Hi, my name is Sarah Ray. Welcome back to my channel. First up, I want to apologize for the glare that's in my glasses. I've been trying to do my makeup and avoid wearing my glasses because of this reason lately, but I kind of didn't want to wear makeup today, so you're gonna have to deal with it. I apologize. But today I wanted to skip reactions and tell you about my days of dancing and the medals I have. That includes a medal from Skill USA and what that is. So with that said, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications of when I upload, and let's get into the video. Okay, so all the other dance medals, plaque, and this piece of paper I'm going to show you are dance related, but this first medal is from 2012. It is not dance related, but I'm going to tell you its story because it's also a medal, and I'm very proud of it. In 11th and 12th grade of high school, of course, I was able to take some kind of, I don't know how to describe it really, like a job related skill, I guess. So for me, I took CNA courses where at the end of those 2 years I got my CNA certification. Some people took cosmetology, some people took culinary classes, I don't know, workshop. It's all over the place. There's a lot of different things you could take. I don't know if you do that where you're from. If you do, tell me in the comment section down below what you took. But in 2012, so in my senior year of school, we were sent to a competition called Skills USA, and it is a competition where you compete in your job of choice. Does that make sense? So as a CNA, you competed in CPR and first aid. This is my medal. I won first place in CPR and first place. CPR and first aid. Let me try saying that right. And it says, I don't know if you'll be able to read on the back, but it says first place CPR first aid. And this is in New York, so these on the side is my 2 pins I got because since I got first place, I went to, this is area, so into regionals, where I got 5th place. And if I would have gotten 3rd and up, I would have gotten nationals, and then that would have been cool. But yeah, that's something I'm really proud of. So, and that means it was really good. Now, dance wise, this is Hall of Fame Dance Challenge. This is a very, I'll tell you first, this is in the same year, 2012. A long time ago, when I was maybe 11, I danced for the first time. I freestyled. And this story is going to come back around, I promise. It was to Bye 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 by NSYNC. Don't tease me, okay? But very first time, so I was dancing after that, but I was not at the time very, what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't have the confidence to be out there as a soloist or even in partners. I did hip hop, so I did group. Finally, in 2012, I did a duo, 2 dancers, and won gold. And this is in Hall of Fame Dance Challenge, and I won gold. And it was with one of my good friends at the time. And so the first time doing it, we messed up pretty badly. We were out of time. It was rough. I do have the video of it, and no, I am not showing you it. I keep it on my Facebook page as like unable to be seen by anyone, but I can see it, so I can always remember it. And it's rough, but the change from what I used to be like to what I was later is incredible. So there was that. Then came the next year. I finally got the ability and the confidence to say, hey, I'm gonna do solo, because at the end of the year that year, my partner bailed on me. So our recital, our final show, hi baby, my cat's on my, there's the tail. My cat's on the desk. So my final show with my school, the place where I was doing my schooling at for dance. Our big recital, my partner didn't show up, and I had to do my duo solo, and they had to, you know, prep me and cheer me on, and I did it. And that was the first time I did something solo, and I realized I could do it. I can do something solo. So next year I'm gonna do it solo. And that's when I realized I loved and kind of wished I would have done that a long time ago. Thank you, Harley, for interrupting again. So, the next year, I did more than one program. I did 2. The first one is Access Broadway, and I got high gold. Which is a really pretty. And this is where that story I was telling you about, my very first hip hop dance thing I ever did in my, it was in my kitchen, so that I ever did. My freestyle, it was to Bye Bye Bye, and that has Justin Timberlake in it. So this solo that I did was to Justin Timberlake, and it's actually on my YouTube channel. You can find it, and it's a little rough because it was at the end of the year. It wasn't any of my good competitions. It was just the end of the year. I was worn out, so it's a little bit rough, but It's My Love and Rock Your Body, but it has the part of Rock Your Body where he beatboxes. So that was really cool. So it was those two JT songs, so it was a full circle, which was really cool. So then we also did Dance Explosion, which was my very first platinum, which is as high as you could go. And this is what it looks like. Here we go. So those are my medals and plaques. So my other story I wanted to share with you guys was, after all that was done, I also did, I don't have the little pamphlet with me, but I started choreographing after this was over. After I was done dancing, I started choreographing, and that was fun. I loved it. I did that for a good while until we moved here to North Carolina, and there's so much fun in dancing, but there's even more fun choreographing. I don't know how I can explain the difference between the two, but I guess because it's your own, I don't know, it was so much fun. I loved it. Like, the very first, you're gonna laugh at me, the very first dance I ever choreographed to was Yeah by Usher. So that'll give you a little more into my dance career. So the next year, I decided that I had enough faith in me. I had enough, I was so feeling myself dance-wise. People said I was really good. I was, self-taught when it comes to dancing. I was later, taught later in life when it comes to dance-wise. So I'm self-taught. That's why you're called that, because you weren't taught and you didn't start at the very beginning of your life. You weren't trained at 3 years old. You didn't start until you were like 16. So you're self-taught. You were dancing before then. So I decided that I wanted to try out for So You Think You Can Dance. I'm not going to tell you too much about the whole, backstage, how it works, because I don't know if you're able to. I didn't exactly read the contracts. So I don't know if I'm able to talk about it. So I'm going to tell you as much as I can. So I decided I was going to Boston. I was going to go to Boston in February. That's nice, right? Cold this month. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least I can say I tried, right? And that is what matters to me. And that's kind of what life is to me. Like with wrestling, I love wrestling, and I was bit by that bug, the wrestling bug, especially when I saw it live. And I can say I trained, I did my best, and I love it. I hate that I didn't do more, but I couldn't. I can at least say I tried. But so You Think You Can Dance, I went in February. My whole family ended up going with me. It was going to just be me and I think my dad, if I remember right, or my mom, one of my parents. But then my whole family ended up going with me. They were going to go support me. So we got side-by-side rooms, just not too far from the opera house that we were going to be auditioning in. I was there from 2 in the morning and was second in line, and my brother stayed up with me. The crazy part is, at like 6 in the morning, Kat Deely came moseying around, and the cameras were out, and this kid jumped over 4 people. I was afraid he was going to fall over ice, but Kat Deely was in the middle of this whole jump, and this was shown on TV. And at the time I had the skunk haircut, you know, the blonde and brown hair. Hopefully you'll understand what I'm talking about. But so it was shown on, I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, that part, and you can see me and my brother. And I was watching that one night. I was working as an aide, and I saw that it was on TV, and I just like flipped out. I was like, oh my god, I'm on TV currently. It was just a flash, it wasn't nothing big. But anyways, so we were waiting. It was cold. People were in sleeping bags and just like cuddled up. Somebody had the weird bacon that you can get in a box. I don't know. People were weird. But everybody was like a big family. They were all talking. They were all discussing dance stuff and how you got there. And it was just wonderful. And we finally got in there and we got our name tags. And this one's mine. I have a Hall of Fame thing on here. But this is my number that I got. I kept it. I was like, I'm keeping that forever. And this is the big thing that happened before you're on TV. There's like a whole thing you gotta go through before you're actually on TV. So I don't know how much I'm able to tell you about what happens before you are on stage, but shoot, I'm just going to tell you anyways. There's 3 phases you do before you go on stage. And I went through the first stage, which you're in a group. You're waiting, you're in sections of what you do, like choreo, like ballet, hip hop, like what you do. And then your side is called up, like maybe 12 of you is called up at a time, and you dance for a certain amount of time, freestyled. And I didn't know this at the time. I choreographed, and that wasn't needed at that time, but you freestyle, and then they tell you when to stop, and then you go back and they line you up and tell you who stays and who goes, and then who also stays till the end for who goes through another round of freestyling and who gets told who to stay and go again. Like stay as in who is here the next day for the next stage. Does that make sense? And the next stage is the same. So when I did my freestyle, I was told to stay till the end of the day, and I did. I was told to come to the second day, and I know this is gonna sound dumb, but I guess it was because of the fact I got to the second stage that felt good to me, that, oh, a girl that, like me, who was self-taught, was scared, and I mean, I kind of told you how slowly I built, like how my dance career kind of built. And I got to the second stage, and I decided I wasn't going to the second stage, that I was going to go home. And I knew that I wasn't going to make it past that second stage, because most of the people that make it onto that show are like dancers that have been dancing since birth. And that's not me. I mean, of course, you can sit there and say, oh, well, you never know what could have happened. And you don't. But I'm in control. So I got in my dad's vehicle that day, and my family picked me up, and I told them what happened, and I said, let's go home. And they asked me why, and I told them that I'm in control and I don't want to stay another day. That I made it that far, and I'm happy with how far I made it. And I'm just happy that I can sit here and say that I made it to the second stage before being on TV for So You Think You Can Dance. And that's pretty cool. How many people can say that they even tried out for So You Think You Can Dance? Not many people have the guts to try. I mean, a lot of people do, but not many really do, you know? So, I mean, that's my number right there, and I'm very happy about it. And so I used to sit there and dance all the time. Like, I learned every Janet Jackson dance, every Michael dance, like everything. Like, I would learn all the dances I could. I was just obsessed. And I miss it. But I currently, as you guys can see, have no window coverings on my windows, so I kind of can't dance, or choreograph, I should say. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a look in my past life, and I enjoyed sharing that with you, because dance means the world to me, just like music is everything to me. And so thank you for listening, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and have a nice day. Bye.